Okay, so that was a start of our session. So today we are going to talk about Power BI. Let me help you with my introduction very first. My complete name is Shalini Gupta, and I am Microsoft certified trainer last 18 years. And I'm serving to this IT industry with respect to various technologies, including Power Platform, Power BI, and various programming languages I have taken training upon with various big organizations. And I am one of the expert on Power BI here. So today I would be touching upon the concept of Power BI. So before I begin, I would like to know something from you. What do you know about Power BI? Any idea, Radhika? You can use the chat window to tell us what do you think? What is Power BI? Analyzing data has become a necessity. Now, I have to tell you what is data analysis itself. So, if we have the data which is in Excel, if we have the data which is there in Notepad file in the format of CSV, if we have the data which is coming from a database management system, or if we have some data which is coming directly from the website, at this point of time, we wanted to analyze that data. When we say analyzing the data means not just looking at the raw data. We wanted to bring information out of it. Okay. For an example, if I say, if I say I have some numbers, let's say I am, I'll just use my tool, type in, typing in some numbers. I'm saying 26, then I'm saying 30K, and I am putting up some role, let's say software engineer. Okay. So I have just given some data on the screen. Does it make any sense? I think may not be because these are raw facts. But if I make a sentence out of it, that a person of age 26 working as software engineer and getting salary of 30K. That definitely makes sense. So this is something what? From the raw facts, I have brought some information out of it. This is a very simple meaning of analyzing the data. At this point of time, every organization is analyzing their data to make profit out of it. You can take a very simple example from your home. For an example, you started managing your home expenses in an Excel file. Okay. Once you have stored your data into that Excel file, now you wanted to analyze your expenses, that how you are doing the spend of your money on different expenses so that you can understand, are you a over expenditure person or you are doing a good saving for your future. You wanted to analyze this. Now, point comes, how would I do this all stuff? Is there any tool available which we can use to analyze this huge amount of data could be? At this point of time, when I'm taking an example of Excel, it is very small, but in organization, data has become really big. So is there any tool available to analyze the data? So answer is yes. Yes, there is a tool available. There are many tools available in the market, but the tool which we are going to discuss is Power BI. So let me talk about Power BI here. So when I say Power BI is a complete suite of some set of applications which help us to provide a platform to churn the data, to analyze the data, to create reports and visualizations, and we can build dashboards to share with our colleagues as well. So under the Power BI, we have mainly three services. One is Power BI Desktop. Now, I'll give you some more information around these terms. So if I'm talking about Power BI Desktop is an application which you can install in your machine, and it is freely available. So today I'm not asking you to install anything. I would like you to see how the interface looks to you, how easily you can use this Power BI Desktop application to analyze your data. So we will be looking at this first, definitely. So Power BI Desktop is an application. Then we have Power BI Service. When we talk about Power BI Service, it's a web application. It's a web-based cloud application, which makes the things working in a collaboration. So if you are thinking that you're going to work in an organization, there would be multiple person who are going to sit with you and you're working together. So if there is a team and you wanted to work with the team members in a collaborative environment, then you need a web environment to have the reports and dashboard accessible anywhere, everywhere. So Power BI service gives you that kind of environment, that is web-based cloud application. Then we have Power BI Mobile. Power BI Mobile is an file application. It means using this Power BI Mobile, if anyone have created a report and dashboard and it has been shared to you, you will be able to access it from your mobile phone itself. So Power BI gives you these three main components to deal with your data analysis, to access your reports anytime, every time, anywhere, and you would be able to take your decision with the backbone of your data. You're not going to take the decision in vague. Every decision is going to be taken on the understanding of data. So at this point of time, if I wanted to analyze my data, Power BI can be the great tool. So let me show you some demonstration around the Power BI. Give me a moment. I'll just reshare my screen. Whenever you open Power BI Desktop, you would get this kind of a screen, which is a get started screen. At this point of time, I'm going to close this screen. Now, I believe the screen size is okay. You are able to see it very well, Radhika. Perfect. Now, just to begin with the platform, whenever you start with Power BI Desktop, it provides you the three main interface. In the recent updates, there is one more view has been added, but let me talk about these three at least. So the first view is report view. So whenever you open Power BI Desktop, you would get the report view as a default view, under which you can design your reports. Then There is a table view. Now, what is this table view? Table view would help you to look at the data which you have uploaded on the Power BI desktop. Then, in the model view, you would be able to see the relationships between different tables. So, to just get started, I'm going to pick up the sample data set. So, whenever you load any data set, it will open a navigator screen. Under the navigator screen, you would be able to see what all data sets you are interested to connect. So right now, I'm interested to connect with financial data. So under this financial data, this is the preview I'm able to see right away on the screen. Before I move to perform the data analysis, I might be interested to clean the data because I'm not sure is my data is appropriate to use for the analysis. There might be requirement that I might be interested to remove unwanted columns. So in this situation, you can click on transform data. So if I click on the transform data, they just yes. Oh, is my screen is not visible? Sure, I'll just reshare my screen, which is Power Query Editor. And in this window, I would be able to see all my columns with all the data points. And here I can decide whether I would like to have this particular column or I wanted to remove the column. For an example, I'm deciding that I do not want to have the discount band. So I just right click and I say remove this column. And that particular column has been removed. Now, moving to some other columns also. So I don't want to have the discounts even. I just right click and remove. So you just see it is very easy to play with the data and look at it. Is it okay or is it not okay? Okay. Now, once I have looked at my data, I'm able to see this profit is coming in decimal points. The profit should be in the currency format. So what I can do, I can update my data type right away here. I just click on the option of 1.2 and I just select this dollar, which will update the data as currency. I can do this. This is also something should be in currency. I updated this. These are all my currency values. Has to be in this sale price. It has to be in currency. Now I'm observing there is a duplicacy of two fields. One is gross sales and one is sales. I don't want to have the gross sales value. I just wanted to continue with the sales value. I just decided to remove this column also. So I'm able to correct the data type. I'm able to remove the unwanted column. Manufacturing price also. I'm not interested to have manufacturing price. Country is fine, segment is fine, product is fine. I'm good to go. Whatever modification I wanted to do, I have done on my data. And now finally, I would say close and apply. When I click on close and apply, it would load my data into the Power BI desktop environment. And I'm able to see my data table columns right away. Now, Radhika, if you have ever explored the data in Excel file, you have to create a pivot, or you might be interested to filter the records. So in Power BI Desktop, you can create stunning reports in a very quick manner. So let me quickly show you something. For an example, I would like to see the profit made so far. So I have the visuals available right away. I just click on this card visual and I just include the profit here. And I'm able to see this much is the profit has been made. I would like to share something more. Let's say I would show the pivot. Under this pivot, I would like to show the country and the sales. Yes, where it is, sales. Country by sales, I would like to see. Country wise profit, I would like to see. I'm able to see that as well. I just created here. Now, within the country, I would like to see the segments, under which segments I have made the sales. So immediately, just make it a little bit. So here, immediately, a kind of hierarchy got created, right? So here you can see under the Canada, if I expand, I'm able to figure out the under all these segments, some sales have been made where enterprise is not making any profit. Right away, I'm able to analyze my data and how much time I have taken to look at my data analysis. Very less time, right? I have started how to clean the data and I have started creating my report itself. So here, let me just go up. Let's create some more visuals. I would like to show not only the profit, I would like to show the sales also. Now, we usually wanted to analyze the data on particular criteria, maybe some filters I would like to have. So we can have this slicer available. I can just use this slicer and I'll just make some arrangement that I might be interested to see the data with respect to the segments. And the option should be drop down filter. Then other than segment, I would like to have the filtration criteria with respect to the month name. Under which month? Just this also. I've just adjusted it. Now it is showing me country-wise sales in this manner. I would like to show the data with graphs. So I decided to take some graphs on my screen. So let's see the segment-wise sales. Now I would like to see country-wise sales also right away. Let me make it up because on the this screen I'm showing the country-wise sales. Okay. Here I would like to include another visual which would show me the segment-wise profit. Now, let's play with this particular view. So let's say I would like to look at the channel partner product sold. Okay. So this is the sum of the sales. This much is the profit under this segment, channel partners, and country-wise bifurcation I'm able to see right away. So the idea is if I am interested to filter the data, I'm able to see things immediately when we are looking at this data analysis report. So I've just introduced you. You can create various reports, very beautiful reports. Let me show you one sample report, one more, as an example. In this report, we have included a logo also. We have a combo visualization used here. So if I just filter the data that I would like to see, let me do I would like to see the Australia data only, and I would like to see Germany data also. So two countries I have selected, two regions I have selected, and for both the regions I'm able to see how my organization is doing. Now, by looking at the profit, I might be interested to look at the detail of a particular product. For an example, I would like to see the deep dive data on the bikes data. Okay, so if you just observe, when I'm hovering my mouse on the spikes, it is asking me to drill through. So I can right click on it and I say drill through product details. And here I have colorful conditional formatting that where my bikes subcategories are making profit and in which subcategory it is making loss. So although there is very less time to talk about all these things, but yes, I'm just trying to show you what are the capabilities of Power BI. So using Power BI, you can do the data analysis as per your requirement. You have conditional formatting, like I'm showing you the concept of drill through, that if you want a deep detail of a particular section, you can look at it. You can create such reports as well. Now, if I move back to my page, I'm back on my page. Now, if I wanted to look at the profits, so because I've selected these two countries, only for these two countries, I'm looking at the detail here. Okay. Now, if I just select all, show me all the data. Now, if I wanted to drill down pages, I say I would like to expand the details. So under financial year 2018, under all the quarters, that is the data which I'm able to see, right? And here I'm able to see in quarter 4 of FY 2018, there was no profit, there was loss with the profit margin. Like there is a loss actually of 8.24%. Which gives me the hint that here I need to make some strategy. That is the importance of analyzing the data so that you can figure out here you are doing good and here you need to make some good strategy to overcome this situation. Power BI it can be used to analyze this huge amount of data, right? Now, if you look at this another page, you can see here right now it is not showing me any data value correctly. I'm adding a filter here on the screen. And immediately when I applied a filter, because this particular report is created for a particular salesperson, that how the particular salesperson is doing in his job. So I have selected one salesperson, and this salesperson has done the sales in FY 2020. This was the target, this much he has made the sales. And that is the difference between the target and the sales. So this is the variance margin. I'm able to see right away. Now, right now I'm looking at the columnar chart. I would like to see the bar chart. I have created buttons here on the screen. So if I click on the buttons, I'm able to switch to different views on the screen right away. So these are just sample ideas which you can achieve. So if you wanted to learn this Power BI, yes, you can learn it in a complete manner. Under the course, if you want to learn Power BI, under that course, you would learn how to clean the data, how to transform the data using Power Query Editor. You would also learn how to use these different visuals. Various visuals we would be covering, almost all the visuals. Not only this, we have been provided with the Power BI, the third party visuals. So we would include also that how to use the third party visuals. What is the concept, how to include the third party visual? We would talk about that as well. We would also talk about the complete workflow a data analyst has to take, right? Where you need to understand the process, that how you begin with the data analysis process and how would you completely create your reports and dashboard within the Power BI environment. So we usually create the reports in Power BI desktop, and after creating the reports, we would push those reports to the Power BI service. Today, I have not included any demonstration with respect to the Power BI service, but yes, once my report is ready, I would be able to publish this report to Power BI service. Have you heard about Power BI service, Devang? You're doing only your job. You're not able to share it with the other person of your organization in a very easy manner. So, in the course, you would learn Power BI service, how to use Power BI service effectively in a collaborative environment. No need to do the work again and again. Using Power BI service, you would be able to share the reports and dashboard with your employees, within your organization in a secure manner. So that can also be covered. So let me quickly show you the curriculum. If you wanted to learn Power BI in more depth, we are offering you the Microsoft certificate. You would start from the very scratch. We would treat you that you don't know anything about Power BI or data analysis. So we would start from the preparing the data, where we will make you understand the importance of data itself. We would make you understand what type of data analysis is possible. We would also make you understand how to use Power BI desktop effectively to prepare your data. When we say preparation, how to clean the data, how to transform the data, how to get connected with different data sources. There are different modes to get connected with the data. Even during the session, we would include the co-pilot feature of Power BI as well. So here you would learn how to build semantic model, create local data model, how to choose between direct query, import, dual mode. Now, what is it? This is the connectivity mode. So if you're connecting the data from SQL server, do you wanted to import the data or you wanted to just stay connected? Have the up-to-date data always. So we would be starting with this. Then we would be learning the cleaning strategies. So under the cleaning strategies, I'll make you understand that how to look at the data profile. I'll make you understand how to look at the quality of the data, whether the data is appropriate or not to start with your analysis. So cleaning the data. Then we would move you towards the transformation. For an example, I have multiple tables. Should I merge those tables or should I append those tables. So these decisions we have to take, how to take these decisions. I need to pivot the column. I need to unpivot the column. So these kind of transformation you would be learning. Then we would be moving further in modeling the data. Under the modeling phase, we would make you understand that what are the types of data tables, where the table are fact table or the dimension table. Now, there might be some terms you are understanding, like I have never heard about it, but don't worry. When we make you understand the concept of data model, we make it clear what is this fact table, what is this dimension table, because in organization, these terminologies is being used. It is definitely being used. So we would make you understand the terminologies also. Then we would understand how to establish the relationships between the tables. We would also introduce you towards DAX, data analysis expression language, which actually help us to enhance the data model. So we would cover the DAX also. We would also learn the optimization options. For example, my report is working slow and I wanted to look at where is the problem, why my report is loading the visuals slowly. So we can look at the optimization features. Then we would learn how to create the reports effectively by utilizing almost all the visualizations which are there in Power BI desktop. We would also talk about syncing the slicer. We would also talk about the drill through concept, which I have shown you, right? And then we would move further how to understand the patterns and trends in the data. Even during the session, we will also learn the forecasting feature, which Power BI does it intelligently basis on your data. So that would also be covered. Then we would move further where we would understand the Power BI service-based workspace concept. I wanted to collaborate within my team members, with my reports, with my dashboard. I would like to share those reports and dashboard with the end users. So how to make it workable, how to share the things in a secured environment. That concept we would cover. We would also talk about data refresh. Definitely data has a constant change. So if we wanted to update my report with that updated data, which has been updated behind the scene. So how to have a constant refresh of my data. So we would talk about the constant refresh as well. And we would also cover row level security. Row level security is like one report will give different view to the different set of users basis on their role. So that is also covered in this particular program. So if you are interested to become Power BI certified and have more good opportunities within your current organization or looking forward to build your career in data analysis role, Power BI is going to be really useful. So I'm done for the session. If you have any question, you can